This is modern homestead.
Oh, success! Up and go! Woo! Oh no, it's going down! Got next year's firewood stacked up all over the place. Curing. So I was just watching Yankee Prepper's, one of his latest videos, and he happened to be doing a video on cross-country skiing as well. And he made such a good point about the joys of living in a place that has truly have 4 different seasons. I used to work as a construction superintendent for a company out of San Francisco, and that put me on the road about 10 months a year. I traveled from city to city 6 to 8 weeks at a time. Building stores and different things, and it exposed me to a lot of the different areas of the parts of the country that I probably wouldn't have visited had it not been for that. And I remember I lived in Florida for a while, and I was there in December, and it was Christmas Eve, and we were sitting on the beach, and it was about 78, 80 degrees. And that does sound nice, but it's not, because you just don't have those changes. The thing that makes life so tolerable, for me anyway, is to always have something to look forward to. When summer waxes on for a while and you just finally get tired of being hot, you look forward to the cool fall and all the changes that brings, and the leaves, and then that brings in the winter time, and then you have these magical days like we have today with 2 feet of fresh fall snow, and being able to go out with the family and to ski and to enjoy that, and the joy of sitting inside by the wood stove and having your coffee and watching it snow outside is just magical. It's the closest thing that I've ever found that can kind of recapture what it's like to be a kid, and those opportunities of having that childlike joy and are few and far in between for us adults. Alright, you, break trail. So I'm getting ready to cross Mrs. Wranglerstar's new bridge for the first time. Haven't been across here on skis. Lucy's actually beating me to it there. Let's see if it'll hold us. Yeah, I don't think any trouble here. It's nice to have a bridge you don't feel like you're going to fall off of. While we're out here, we can check out the bat house, see if we have any residents in our habitat snag here we built. Let's see. Closer look up in there. Don't see anyone yet. Maybe next year. Be a nice little winter abode for some critter. Nobody in there yet. here with camera in hand, so this will most likely result in a wipeout. So, oh, success! That's never a given for me. Whew. Last Thursday, 2 weeks ago, Thursday evening, during the Bible study we have on Justin TV, one of the guys that has been attending asked me a question: "Is this church?" And I thought that it was a strange question. I'd never really thought about that or had been asked that before. And I responded to him, "Yeah, I guess it is. I guess it is. It's the meeting of people together. You know, what is a church?" So many people equate a church with being a brick and mortar building somewhere, but that's not really the true definition of it. The church is the gathering of people together, the gathering of God's people. That can be under a terebinth tree, that can be in a building. Apparently that can be on an internet site of people who had never met before. And his response to me after that was, "I'm glad to hear that, because this is the only church that I've ever felt welcomed at." And that really put to me the importance of what we're doing here today. And I came out today to commune with God in His beautiful, magnificent temple. And I just thought about why we're here and why do I promote this lifestyle. And this is a perfect example. Well, we have an example of Christ. He would minister to people, but one thing he always did was he always separated himself, and he went out into nature and reestablished that connection, charged his batteries, for lack of a better word. And that's what is so important about a homestead. For those of us who have decided to make Christianity our way of life, we've been given a commission by the Lord to preach the gospel, the good news, tell people about the salvation that comes only through Christ. And we have a responsibility to do that, but we also have a responsibility to make sure that we have a strong connection. You know, an army, before it invades a foreign country, establishes a strong base camp where they have provisions, where they have erected oftentimes a wall, put sentries out. They have a safe place where they won't be attacked, that they can then go on and mount a campaign. And we have been instructed as Christians that we are in a spiritual battle, spiritual warfare, and that we also need that refuge, that base camp. And that's why having a place that's separated from the trappings of the world, the country, if you can get out into the country, or a place of seclusion, and why it's so important to make your home a sanctuary, because that is your base camp. That's your center of operations. That's where you go. That's where you're safe from all of the temptations of the world. Once you have been fortified, strengthened, then you are in a position to go out and to do some good for other people. If you are living in chaos and don't have a sanctuary yourself, what good can you do to someone else? There's nothing that rings more hollow to other people than a Christian trying to teach morality when they themselves don't even know the meaning or practice morality itself. So, I'm not saying this that I have arrived. I'm just sharing to you what my experience has been. And I'm just now beginning to open my eyes and awaken to the fact and the reason why God has brought us out here. I knew He wanted us out here, but every day it seems like my eyes are opened to the reason, as God slowly teaches me, using this area and this homestead and just all of the lessons that come through nature, just broaden my knowledge and wisdom, and I just see the clearer picture. It comes into focus more and more every day. So, all right, well, I have a date with God, and I'm going to turn off the camera because it's hard to ski and film this, but I wanted to bring you along and to share this beautiful. I wish I could share it with more of you. I wish you could be here. We could go for a long ski today, and I wish you could be here. I'll see you in the next video.